Hey chat. I know it's happening. An actual art stream. A stream of any sort. What is going on? Well, what is going on is that I'm not at work. I have a break. Which is very exciting because then I have some mental space. Woohoo! How have you been? This is kind of fun and exciting because I just haven't streamed in about 10 months, I think. So, yeah, novelty, right? Thank you to all the follows I've had in the past 8 months. I have so much dust on my equipment. Oh, Jesus. I had to... Yeah, there was a lot of updating that had to happen to make the stream happen. And technical, well, not challenges, just annoying stuff where you just have to update everything that you haven't used in like the last 8 months. And then Windows has changed things and you know how it is. But yeah, I had some follows in the last 10 months. So thank you for that. Yeah, how's life been? Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? By the way, if my audio is not quite how it should be, please let me know. I did some testing, it should be fine, but you know how these things are. So we're a bit sideways today, so up is actually that way, but you know. So yeah, this is what I'm working on today. I was talking about life. As I listen to this banger of a tune, which is from the last stream I streamed in January, which is Ready or Not. Gaming wise, I've been completely... 2 things I've gotten really into. So I got my first Switch, which is my second Nintendo device I've ever had, on the subject of Nintendo. And Animal Crossing. Just, that's what I do in the evening. Before I go to bed, I check in with my villagers and, you know, it's autumnal, the season is changing and I'm waiting for the leaves to fall off the trees. And I live next to a duck and a penguin. They're my favourites. They were some of my starting villagers. And the duck is definitely my favourite. He is so cute. I love him. So there's that. And then the other thing I've gotten completely horrendously sucked into is Starfield, which is my first Bethesda game. In that, I think I've tried playing maybe a bit of... I don't know, it was like Oblivion or something, like a really forever ago. But just fantasy isn't my jam, but space definitely is. So, yeah, fantasy's definitely not my jam. So yeah, it's like heavily modded. I started out playing it on the Xbox Game Pass. Because I was like, will I like this or not? And I pay my £7 a month or however much it is these days. Which I never use, of course. And completely went wild for it. And when I was at work, I'd be thinking about Starfield. And when I'd come home, I'd be like, I'd do dinner and chores and stuff. And like work stuff. And then I would fire up Starfield and just, oh yeah. So I played it so much that I was like, well, this is probably worth the investment because I wanted to be able to mod it more easily. In that you can mod the Game Pass version, but I wanted more control. You know how I love my modded Minecraft. So yeah, I now have like a heavily modded version which fixes some of the problems with the game. The game is, I can see it's just like a time suck. It's not particularly profound in any way. Or particularly involving, but I just like, yeah. So I've been sort of working my way through that. I've done some sort of main storyline stuff. So yeah, And on the outside, I've not really done a whole lot. Actually, that is a lie. That is a complete lie. I learned how to screen print again, which I've not done since I was 18, and I'm extremely old now. I'm old enough to be my own mum. And that was great. That was what I spent a lot of my summer doing. My summer break is despairing over a deadline I had to meet. And meeting the deadline, and then the work got shown in Manchester, which was super cool. And I think it's come back now. And yeah, it was part of a printing exchange. So I got to exchange work with other people in Oxford and Manchester, which was lovely. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I've joined up with a local art group as a way to sort of, I always complain about not feeling part of things, but then I'm not actually joining in. So I've joined in now, and once a month we have a meeting. And it's really lovely to go along and just be around other arty humans. Helps me feel more connected, which is the whole point of entering, and potentially giving me some opportunities as well. So again, more information will come out about that. But yeah, some of the work I'm doing today might be going towards this opportunity. Yeah. So what are we doing today? We are working on this. Now, I'm going to switch around with turning the lights on and off. So it's going to get kind of a bit weird occasionally, but hopefully you can kind of see this. The difference between the lights on and the lights off. So you can see that underneath I have, well, actually you can't see this, but underneath I have, if I can bend this backwards, a thing. Yep, so I can kind of turn it on and off, and you can kind of see the difference. Actually, let's turn the lights all off. So I've got a light box underneath, and what I've been doing is been drawing over the top and sort of moving. I have like a printed document that I made underneath. So if I turn it on and off, you can kind of see the difference. So I'm going to try using a dip pen today. Let me just put the light back on so you can kind of see. So dip pen, can you actually see? Yes, you can. Okay. Yeah, dip pen. Let me just resize chat. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Chatterino. See that? So yeah, I'm going to try using that on. Again, as always, I'm short of space. This is the way. So I'm going to try and use this, and I have a sloping table. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just being an idiot. Let me just move this over. And then I can put Chatterino on the other monitor and have even more space. Wow, it's so cool. Then I can see what I'm actually doing. Wow, the novelty. Just move this over. Thank you for the follow. Hind warning. Appreciate it. Welcome. It's so cool. I've got like a bot. Amazing. Amazing. But then it shows up in the chat. This is just garbage. This is not cool. Okay. Delete. What? It's like so weird. Let me just refresh this, because this is just reload overlays. Okay, cool. Right, where is my mod view? This is so odd. Okay, well... see, I'd like forgotten about this. Block. Cool. So mega awesome. Oh my god. Have I got like... This is where I'm like adjusting more stuff. I take back the thank you for the follow. I take it back. Let me just turn the music on. I take it back. What was I just doing? I was trying to do some moderation. Okay. That's like some chat weirdness, but basically, well, it's not weirdness. I think it's just how chat is set up, which is not really ideal. Okay, maybe some actual. Why is that now small? That, and that gives me more space. Wow. So cool. Okay. What were we even talking about? Nothing of importance at all. Yeah, dip pen. This bad boy. Which is cool, right? Well, I think it's cool. So, okay, where is this? So you've got like, this is, what is this? It's some Japanese. Teshikawa. So it has like little concentric things, and you kind of plug it in there, which is a different style than I'm used to. So you can use different sizes, because I have 2 different sizes of dip pen nibs. So obviously that'll fit in the larger, smaller ones go in the center. So I tried this out earlier on, and it was pretty cool. Plus it comes with a lid. Wow. But we're going to try some new ink today. Which again were sideways, so let's do that. Wow, so professional. I know. So we're going to try some drawing and calligraphy ink. So it's diamine. So when you're using ink that is opaque, you can't use like a fountain pen, because it will destroy your pen, which is not cool, obviously. So this is, what is this? This is, so I don't think this is too bad, but we're just gonna take this off and put a new sheet of paper on. Let me just do that when I put my pencil. So this is very how the sausage is made, which I think is important. Let's just take this off. I need to edit that stream element comment, which says, thank you for the follow. I should put asterisk unless you're a bot. Not cool, bro. That's probably way too bright for everybody's eyeballs, right? Let's turn that off. Okay. This is what I do first, right? Is I write on the back what sort of paper it is. Click, click, click. Okay, I love this trap, but it's not necessarily the most appropriate right now. So this is Fabriano. Fabriano Classico. What is this? 5. Hot press 300. GSM. So I've got that recorded, right? So that when I take this off, I know what sort of paper it is, because I can never remember. Okay, so there's your back. Which way up is this? This is that way up. Are you gonna focus, camera? You are. That's cool. Where have I put my tape? Tape is here. Okay. Tape is actually on the top. I'm being a moron. Okay. Turn this on. I mean, it really doesn't matter that this has to be particularly straight. I just don't want it covering the on-off button. Not be cool. Okay. Give me... I wonder if I can flip. I can totally flip this. Hold on. Hold on 1 minute. Alright. Where is studio mode? Where is... Okay, let me just put that there. This is the right way up.
Well, the moon and star come to me through fire and war. Oh, oh, come Nerevar, come and look upon the heart, upon the heart. Oh, lay down your weapons, it is not too late for my mercy. Oh, oh, come and look upon the heart, upon the heart.
Let's see if this works.
Oh, oh, I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Shame on you, sweet Nerevar. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. God. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. Well, the moon and star come to me through fire and war. Oh, oh, come Nerevar, come and look upon the heart, upon the heart. Oh, lay down your weapons, it is not too late for my mercy. Oh, oh, come and can you kill a
This
god?
looks terrible.
What a grand
Okay.
and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Shame on you, sweet Nerevar. I'm a god.
Basically, I'm using a magic arm because I can't be bothered with setting
I'm a
up
god. God. I'm a god.
this over.
I'm a god. I'm a god.
Let's do this.
No recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape. No recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape. No recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape. No recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape. Oh, I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Shame on you, sweet Nerevar.
Okay. Is this better?
I'm a god.
Hmm.
I'm a god. I'm a
Bro,
god.
why are you not focusing,
I'm
bro?
a god. I'm a god. I'm a god.
Okay, let's see what that looks like. Bad. Kind of bad. Why is this not focusing? Hmm. Hmm. I think I need to change the... Give me... I know I'm not doing a good job of this. That is the wrong thing. Hold on a minute. Oh my god, what am I doing in my life? I'm going to have to turn off autofocus. This is such a jam, I love it. Okay, let's try this. See how we get on. Let me see if get even more. Let's try this. Bruh. Okay. I mean, it's going to be fuzzy anyway, right? Because most of the time I'm going to be doing this. So it's kind of pointless. Alright. So underneath I have this image, which I have been twisting and kind of working the top of. So we'll keep doing that. Let me just move my windows back. Hold on. Where is... Okay, I'm putting up Chatterino. There you are, my little friend. Super cool. Right, hold on. I realise I know. Just refresh my mod list. Okay. Shield mode. Wow, all these cool new things I can use. Okay. What am I doing? I don't actually know what I'm doing with my life. Let's try. So, I'm going to turn the light out. I'm going to try this. Okay. Oh, I've just moved the thing that I put in place. Let's do maybe one up there. Okay. Alright. Is this actually, yet again, I just need some sort of like extremely fancy portable mic. Except I already have one of those, but it's not extremely fancy. Okay, is this going to be annoying? Maybe. I can just move that out of the way. And the constant narrating, I promise. So, this is a dark grey ink as opposed to black that I was previously working with. Just take the lid off. And put some tissue underneath my pot. Oops, and bash the mic. I'm sorry, chat. I did not mean to do that to you. Okay. Okie dokie, let's not do that and put my hand in the ink, because that would not be cool. Not be cool. Okay, so the plan is to trace off areas of this and sort of play around with it. So it is too dark for me to see what I'm doing. Going exceptionally well. Okay, let's blast off. See what this is like. So the nib I have on this. So I've done a bit of experimentation. Ooh, this is cool. So with dip pen, obviously you have this. What's the word I'm looking for? So you don't. It's not like an unlimited amount of ink, right? Because it's dip, so you have to kind of like refresh it. But when you have this particular ink, this nib, obviously you can see that when I press, you can make it go fat or thin, because this is a flexible nib. So not flexible as in sort of left to right, but when you press down on it, the pressure makes it splay, so you can get a nice amount of variation in terms of the line width. Right, so it's really nice for drawing. So this is the first time that I've used this ink on this paper, this acrylic ink. So we're seeing how it's going. Now the others that I've done with this, I haven't used the Flex nib before, and I haven't used this ink before, so we'll see how much bleeding and stuff it is. So what is it that I'm tracing over? So I'm tracing over a lead presentation on how you classify nuclear weapons. So information, sorry, how you classify information. So this was what some of my work in the summer, the screen printing was based on, because I like the idea of this presentation being for to help people who work in the nuclear verification, classification, military industrial, whatever, combat you want, people to work out what is and isn't worthy of treason, basically. So for nuclear weaponry and stuff like things to do with so this is all in America, so US policy, stuff to do with nuclear submarines, right? So nuclear powered submarines, nuclear weapons, things like that. Information about those things is like its own very special form of restricted data. So most of the time when it comes to classifying what people are allowed to see, sort of you have to like make it classified, right? But there are certain things where within the US system where it doesn't matter. As soon as it's born classified, and it's like the most secret stuff. So very, very limited number of people are supposed to see stuff to do with it. So it's kind of like instructions, on how you build a nuclear bomb and sort of yields and things like that, that they don't want people who are not authorized to see. And so they have this presentation about how you determine how to declassify stuff, right? Because over time, stuff does get declassified because it just does, right? It's just the way of the world. So what I did is I found the presentation kind of funny because it had like the usual standard terrible corporate PowerPoint illustrations in it. So what I did is I layered them up, and then you can see that's the thing that's behind that you can kind of semi-see. We decided the whole point behind it, the presentation, is to aid people in creating transparency. But when you layer them up, it's completely obfuscated, which I like that because I think it's funny, I guess, ironic, I don't know. So you can see there that the ink is really starting to run out. So this apparently is a warm grey, which I'm not. I think you can see that it's warm grey there. At least you could if you could see properly. But everything else not so much. So I've done like a little module of shapes there. So let's see if we can put that on and turn the light on so you can see a little more easily. So actually it is kind of warm grey, but this is another interesting part. Is the other work I've done before this, it was all using platinum carbon black, so it's like a solid, really opaque black. This has got more variation, which is interesting because I'm going to layer it up. So I've done my sort of module, and what I'm sort of thinking about moving it around, so how I can kind of rearrange it in the space. And just work this off. And then, so what I did before is the first time I did it, I didn't like that it was very horizontal and I was sort of spinning stuff around, and I didn't like that one block was horizontal and the other was vertical. And then I did it again where I did less detail and then did sort of sections, but what I actually need to do is keep going. So I'm going to, shouldn't actually be wiping stuff off. Hold on, we've listened to this before. Cat. Oh no, this is not cat, this is Melahai. I do not need that much. So what I actually need to do is I need to do more here first. Before I spin it. It'll be interesting to see what this is like with using this tip, because on the other one I could sort of solidly shade. You can see it's starting to run out there. Obviously what I don't want to happen is like have some sort of disaster blob, but if I did I just have to like go with it. Try again. Yeah, so that's super wet right there. Too wet. It's like a puddle actually, which is not good. Not good. So I'm doing a certain amount of tracing and a certain amount of sort of just freestyle freehanding. Also, terrible news today. I mean, I realise the world is falling apart, etc., but the Grumpy Goat in Reading Town Centre is being asked to close, which is such a shame. It's such a nice little place. I mean, very distinctive, independent business that did food. It was like small and yeah. I always say that like Reading Biscuit Factory, which I've been going more to, is this sort of place that, you know, belongs in, I've always said it's the sort of place that belongs in Bristol. Right? It's too nice for Reading. And that's actually garbage, but it's kind of got that look where it just... Well, it's just too nice for Reading, right? Too nice for Reading. And so apparently they're going to have to close down because their landlord is raising the rent. Just garbage. So the place that it's located in is a place called Smelly Alley, which historically was a place where they would have butchers and fish shops and fruit and veg stalls and stuff like that. It's been that way for a really long time. And over time, it's really changed and not necessarily for the better. So the fish shop closed down, Frost Fishmongers, it's been there forever, which is very distinctive, and obviously, you know, Smelly Alley, it's stinky. And it's just like loads and loads of like vaping and phone shops, which is super disappointing because we really don't need any more of those. In that, yeah, you could say that some of those are independent businesses too, but we've already got like 5 of them in that one street, or however many we've got. Do we need more? We need more variety for people. Why people would come into the town centre in the evening, right, would be to go to something like that. And yes, it was a bar in the evening, or during the day. Yes, it sold alcohol, but like it sold food. It's not somewhere where people are having fights outside every weekend. And all the other shops were closed during the evening, right? Oh man, so many. Hold on. Why? Oh yeah. Denied. Ban. Oh, so many good bands right now. Okay. Right, let's see what this is looking like. It's so wet. Oh god. This is not good. Could do with a bit more detail. Something I came up with. I didn't get away or anywhere over the summer. I spent a bit of time thinking about, you know, life, blah, blah, and came up with this idea of an enrichment list, right, to get me out of my comfort zone and out of my flat a bit more. And one of those things has been to go to an Busy Factory, which has been really lovely because it is a nice independent venue, right? I never get takeaway. So just to sort of like get a bit more going on, you know, to read some fiction books occasionally, all that sort of stuff, and make more art, visit more art, right? Right, let's see if we can turn this around without destroying what I've just done. Oh god, right. Where do I want this to go? Let's try something like this. So the idea, I'm going to have sort of like different modules going around. Let me just check how sharp this actually is right now. It's really fuzzy. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see if we can sharpen this up a little bit. It's going to be super out of focus. Mega out of focus. Okay. See what this looks like. Hold on. Hold on a minute. sharp enough. Okay. It's like clear chat. Hold on a minute. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Right. So, Smelly Alley also was where, I mean, they still do have it, but it's, I don't know what's happening with it. They had this lovely little town centre store, which was mainly Chinese, but sold a lot of different Asian food. And it was great, because I would go into town to do errands, and it was sort of the closest to me. But there was a big fire, and it's not reopened since then, which is such a shame because it was super convenient. There is another one vaguely sort of on the outskirts of the town centre, but it's no ways near convenient. I used to love going there to buy a tray of frozen dim sum. So now I have to go to the place that's like slightly out, or what I actually do is I drive to like this mega warehouse of Chinese food and other Asian food in an industrial estate instead. And just load up, which is always still super exciting to me. So Smelly Alley has had a time of it. And I don't know what's happening to the original Chinese food shop. That's way too much ink on there right now. Oh god. Spread that out. I do not like what I'm doing here. This is bad. This is bad. Oh god, it's empty bed. Yeah, I'm still watching the GTA RP. Last night, one of my favourite characters died. It was terrible. He was this kind of like really annoying character, but he was extremely funny. And yeah, some other characters kidnapped him and then pushed him out of a helicopter. And usually in Los Santos, you know, people don't die, right? They get dusted off. They get cheaper healthcare than you would find IRL in the American system. They have less debt. But this time, didn't work. And yeah, he died. They've had that like one other time this year when it was very unexpected, and yeah, It's funny. And then the person that plays that character, often they create another one that's kind of not the same, but it can be quite hard to not play the same character again. Particularly if you don't have to use different voices to roleplay, but obviously if you have a distinctive voice or way of delivering stuff, that can be tricky too, because everybody's like, oh yeah, it's like not that person, but it is that person. I really don't like what I'm doing right now here. This is not good. This is not good. Actually, maybe it's not too bad. The problem is that this dark area here doesn't really match with this up here. So I need to do something about that. And you can really see the grey on here actually.
And I still think that in the morning I might wake up next to you. Empty bed.
This is gonna be interesting, right? Let's try and lift this up. It's super inky. Okay, how long have I been streaming? Wow, nearly a whole hour. Bro, where did I just put that tape? There we go. Oh God. Hold on, let me just push back my monitor. Yeah. I'm sort of roughly marking where I want stuff. That's what I'm thinking about what I want for tea. What do I want for tea? Probably pasta, because it's easy. Ooh, that's what I could have. When I went to the Asian superstore, I got a giant bag of frozen seafood, which is great because Aldi doesn't sell it anymore, and it's sad times because they've had to. I guess nobody buys mixed seafood, and they've got all the Christmas garbage coming in, so they got rid of it. Sad times. Super mega sad times. So I could have... Ooh, I could have club. That's something I've been trying recently is, so usually if I was making pasta, right, I would boil the water, put pasta in, cook, drain, all that. But I've tried a couple of times where you use less water. I need to be really careful here because I'm about to drag my hand into what I'm drawing. So you use less water and you know, add flavouring to the water. Or add other ingredients to the pan and you cook it all at the same time. What am I doing right now? This is not great. Yeah, the tilting of the board means that it is darker down here than it is at the top, but this isn't a massive problem, I don't think. Let's see what this looks like. It's still very dark here, so I need to kind of try and match that to a certain extent. Yeah, because this isn't, it is acrylic, but it's not super opaque. So I have some really opaque ink arriving tomorrow, I think, is when it's supposed to work. Just see if... See, this is more horizontal and this is still more vertical, which is not exactly what I don't want. Oh god, I love this track. So it's from a game that I've never actually played, but Moon played a lot, and during breaks he used to play the soundtrack from this. This is Pizza Tower, which apparently this is great, but it's not my cup of tea. But the music is an absolute jam, all of it. They have loads of tracks, but they're great. Let me just turn this up with my headphones. Because it's so good. Bro, where is my tape? Ah. It's very grey here. Wow, that is super loud. This is also another absolute banger. Uh-oh. Loads and loads and loads of ink. Uh-oh. Spread it around. I quite like that little cluster by itself, actually. You can see this is super wet. I could change the angle of the board. Can I change it? I've got one notch I could change it to. Let me see if I can. Give me 1 second, chat. See if I can change and. Okay, this could be a complete disaster. So bear with me. So, not how this should. super duper low. That's horrible. Let me just refocus this. Okay. Oh, so the changing the angle was too much. So we'll go with this. We're just going to be really careful of like areas like that. I mean, these are relatively quick to do. But they also take a while to dry. And I need to work out whether they're actually any good or not. Minor point. Are these bad? You know. Oh god, so much ink. So when I'm working on areas like this, what I don't want to do, oh god, so much ink, is drag the paper too much. Right, so when I'm colouring over this area, I'm braiding away the surface, and obviously if I do that too much, because this is not a tipped pen from what I remember, like the nib isn't tipped, so it's kind of scratchy. So the danger you run is that you scratch off the top layers and make it fuzzy, which is not the look that I want. I can feel like I'm doing that in some spaces, which is a bit concerning. So what I have to do once I've done these like little clusters is go back and decide what I want in terms of, so you can see there's a lot of variability here, darker areas and the lighter with the grey, so the warm grey really does come through. So it could be that this ink is not a good choice with the working technique. I like that little block, it's cute. And see, I liked that before, but now it's too simple. Clearly makes sense. Also what's interesting, this is the ink puddles, so it's not actually flat, which is different obviously from what I've been working with before. Man, I'm getting hungry. Oof, this is a tune. Don't want to keep going with this. Because now I can't stop thinking about food. It's just like really sensible. Ooh, I know what I could do. Hold on, we'll wipe the lid on this. Try some other pen. Oh yeah, this acrylic is the scratched off bro. To wipe that off. Let's change the paper. That one to dry. Okay, what am I doing now? I'm getting more paper. Very cool. HP, except you can't see what I'm writing because it's underneath. There we go. HP, hot pressed. All right, so it means it's smooth paper. Smooth. Why is my subject eye falling apart, bro? Should not be a thing. Okay, let's try. Where's my books? Let's try this. We've got Poskas. A Posca. Woohoo! Let's see what this is like. Let's do some Posca experiments and then we'll probably call it a day because I am super hungry. Okay, so this is going to look really different. Let's give it a try. This is not different in a bad way, I mean, but... Oof. So, ooh, it's catching on the paper. Weird. Weird, bruh, and it's spreading a lot. Okay. So maybe we're just gonna... horrible to work on, but we'll work with it. This is a Posca paint pen in slate grey. Yeah, you can see it's like spattering, which is super weird. Ah. Bro, why are you spattering? Weird. I mean, it's actually kind of cool, I guess. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, tiny spatter explosions. I actually really like that. That's cool. Let's move this. Ah. Hmm. So, in theory, this should be variable, but it's not turning out to be that way at all. Right, it should be... Ugh, it's catching so much. Which is, I kind of like it when it explodes the little splatters everywhere. So I've noticed that in like a favourite technique of mine is to chop stuff up and then reconfigure and then trace it. I do that quite often, whether I'm working digitally or then analog. And I wonder whether there's something about this sort of tracing that I find interesting. More line variation in what I'm doing here. Can't get a whole lot of really thin areas. I mean, I can-ish. It's kind of tricky to do. See what that looks like. Yeah, these are cool. I realise it's getting a bit out of shot for you, chat. Let me try and do some reconfiguring. Okay, that's a bit better. So now you can see, chat, except you can't. I've literally just done the same thing again. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm going down there, then you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Ah. keep going. Ooh, one of my favorite tracks. Yeah, the tracing, I wonder, the repetition is quite soothing in some ways. In that I'm not completely accurate in what I'm doing. I'm interpreting it in different ways. So it's not a one-for-one copy. So there's like different gesture, and obviously with this, I'm not necessarily working larger, but I don't know, I kind of am. Because the medium I'm using, the Posca pen, is too wide. Yeah, it's a wide boy. To work with the same level of fineness that I had before. Yeah, the tracing, it's kind of soothing. So I wonder whether part of what I'm doing is, okay, I don't know, meditative, self-soothing practice? Which is cool. As part of the new artist group that I've joined, I had to introduce myself, which was hideous. It was the equivalent of, so my day job, I stand up in front of hundreds of people. I can have a day, let me think, how many people might I stand up in front of in one day? 200, 220 people a day. And I have no problem doing that, right? You put on the mix of authenticity and performance that is teaching. But you asked me to put my hand up in front of a room full of adults. Oh, I just want to die. And so the introducing yourself thing, I mean, I did the thing I always do, which is sort of like get nervous and then, you know, end up stumbling in my words. And that wasn't it. That was like about 20 people. So it's really funny. Yeah, that wasn't great. But it's fine. I quite like this this cool little explosion is kind of awesome. I think I'll leave it like that. I like that, it's cool. I can come back to it once this is dry. What is the time? It's 5 o'clock. I've been streaming for 1.5 hours. Wow. Okay, let's put some pile of stuff. Do I want to do more art? What I actually want is I want food, which is kind of sad times. Just turn this off because it's probably blinding everybody. The fact that I'm thinking about food means I'm not concentrating terribly much. So I'm probably going to end the stream. What should we end? What track should we end it on? Have a look. This is a great one. do Pizza Tower again. That is pretty great. Oh, this isn't great, but... yeah, I think we're going to end. But we're going to listen to this because it's cool. But yeah, thank you for dropping in today if you weren't a bot. Appreciate you hanging out. Maybe I'll do another stream in another 6 months. Wow. You know, let's aim high. But yeah, it's been enjoyable. Streaming can be a chore, it can be a day job, it can be a job, but this is actually fun talking to myself and making art. But yeah, I will catch you soon. Maybe. Probably not though. But, you know, we'll see. Look after yourselves.